right, boys and girls, today we're moving into Unit 9. So this is Lesson 9-1, creating and naming equal parts. So we're going to look at this word problem together. Two children want to share a sandwich equally. Show how to divide the sandwich into two equal shares. What are other ways that you could divide the sandwich into two equal shares? So I made a sandwich. And I'm going to draw a line horizontally from side to side. And now instead of one whole sandwich, I have a sandwich that's divided into two equal parts or two equal shares. Now I could take the same sandwich and I could divide it diagonally with a line. And again, I have two equal shares or two equal parts this time. This time I'm going to draw the line horizontally. And again, instead of one whole sandwich, now I have a sandwich with two equal parts. So let's talk about some ways we could name these parts. If I'm looking at just one of the two parts, we could call that half or 1/2. One out of two parts. If I'm looking at both of those or all of the parts that it's been divided into, we call that 2/2. See how half has changed from an F to a VES at the end. Or we could say we now have 2 out of 2 parts or a complete whole. Let's say instead of just dividing the sandwich into 2 parts, I need to divide it into 3 parts. Well, again, I could draw some lines horizontally from side to side. And now instead of one whole, I have 3 parts. I could also divide my sandwich with lines vertically. And now I have 3 parts. But look how I've divided this sandwich. Does this look like it has equal parts? Nope. So that one's not going to work. How about this one? This time I divided it like this. Are all of those pieces the same? Nope. So that's not going to work either. Those are not equal pieces. Now, if we're looking at one of these 3 pieces, we could name that 1/3. 1 out of 3 parts. But if we're looking at all of the pieces that we've divided it into, we could call those 3/3, 3 out of 3 parts, or again, we can call it the whole. We're going to do the same thing. This time we're going to divide our sandwich into 4 parts. We could use a vertical and a horizontal line. We could use 3 horizontal lines. We could use a couple diagonal lines. All of those are now divided into 4 equal parts. If we're naming one of those 4 parts, we could call that 1/4. We could also call it 1/4. 1 out of 4 parts. If we're going to name all the parts it's divided into, we can call those 4/4, 4/4, or 4 out of 4 parts, and we can also, again, call it a whole. All right, so we're going to check to see what you've learned. You're going to say yes or no, give a thumbs up or a thumbs down if these are shapes divided into equal parts. So does this rectangle have 2 equal parts? You said yes, you're correct. And each of those parts would be 1/2. Check out this circle. Is the circle divided into 2 equal parts? If you said no, you are correct. Those are not equal parts. All right, let's try this triangle. Yep, nice job. Those are both halves. They're equal. All right, how about this circle? It has 4 parts. Are they all equal? Oh, if you said yes, nice job. And we would call each of those parts 1/4. How about this rectangle? Is it divided into 4 equal parts? If you said yes, you are correct. Last one. Is this divided into 3 equal parts? No, it is not. All right, I hope you were able to figure out how to divide something into equal parts